This is Chris Didier. Chris, this is the Attorney General, Merrick Garland.
We were with you at the DEA when you were speaking to families who had lost loved ones to the opioid epidemic. And I wonder why you put yourself through that.
Look, I've learned over the course of my career as a prosecutor that meeting with the victims of crime, meeting with the survivors, with the families, is essential for us to understand, not just at a theoretical level about what we do, but an actual level. It reinvigorates our work. It gives us a mission much stronger than if we just read about that. And in those circumstances, where families, where family members ranging from 6 months old to more than 70 years old died from fentanyl overdoses. These were people, many of whom had no idea that they were taking fentanyl because it was disguised as a over-the-counter or a prescription drug that they thought they were obtaining in a cheap way. And many were people who had been addicted and were unable to resist, but none of whom knew that the consequence of taking just one pill could kill them. And none of the families and knowing what the consequences were, and to meet with the families who have suffered through this, and really wonderfully at DEA with the families who had resolved to do everything they could to ensure that this doesn't happen to another family, tells us why we fight.
Last year, about 80,000 Americans lost their lives to the opioid epidemic. And I wonder, why can you not stop this?
So this is a terrible thing. This is being run by cartels of people who care not one whit for human life, who see an enormous profit incentive. The cost of making fentanyl is pennies. The ability to sell it on American streets is enormously higher. And by the way, Americans aren't the only ones who are suffering from this. What we have to do is attack the network at every level, and we have. We have gone over the companies, gone against the companies in China who are providing the precursor chemicals and shipping them to Mexico. We have gone against the labs, previously meth labs and now fentanyl labs in Mexico that are producing the drug. We are going after the leaders of the Jalisco and Sinaloa cartel, who are most responsible for what's happening here. We have gone against the next level in the United States of cartel-related distribution, and we've gone into the streets and into communities to persuade people not to take this drug. We have indicted people and arrested people at every one of the levels I've been describing, and just in the last 2 weeks, we extradited from Mexico Ovidio Guzman Lopez, one of the leaders of the cartel and one of the so-called Chapitos, because he's a son of El Chapo, the infamous leader of the cartel. We have brought more than a dozen of the leaders of the cartels to the United States to face justice, and we will bring many more.